Welcome to another Rainbow Six Siege Quick Tips Operator Guide. This is a series where we quickly cover an operator's loadout and offer a few tips to help you better understand how to play said operator. So let's get into it. Today we're looking at Frost, a 2 armor, 2 speed Canadian defender. Frost is often overlooked, even memed, but with the recent Shadow Legacy Sights upgrade and the mid-season patch addition of the Pocket Shotty, Frost brings more firepower to the table, making her at least a somewhat better pick than she was prior to Shadow Legacy. Frost is equipped with a primary of either the Super 90 shotgun or the 9mm C1 SMG. For the Super 90, I use a laser and no sight attachment. For the C1, I use the 1.5 zoom and the extended barrel. We'll talk about this in a minute. For secondary, Frost brings either a Mark 1 9mm pistol or the ITA 12S shotgun or pocket shotty. For gadgets, she has one bulletproof camera or one deployable shield. Bulletproof cameras are very situational, but your team will always benefit from the use of a shield. Finally, her gadget is the welcome mat. The welcome mat will snag any attacker that steps on it, immobilizing them and eventually causing them to bleed out in the down but not out state. Now let's get into tips and strategies. I'll be blunt, shotguns, while better on console, generally in Siege are pretty situational, and the Super 90 is no exception. This shotgun plays similar to the Sausage or the Spaz 12, but if you don't know how to position yourself for close quarters combat, the odds will be against you. Shotguns are, however, great at making rotates and blowing hatches. So, since the addition of the Pocket Shotty, I see fewer reasons to take the Super 90. The better loadout I recommend is running the C1 with the Pocket Shotty. The C1's 1.5 zoom is really strong, and the SMG is already pretty good. Frost is also the only operator in all of Siege where I choose the extended barrel, because the only other attachment available is the suppressor. Suppressor's lower damage, and since I have a higher body shot percentage than headshot percentage, I need more damage, therefore I do not use the suppressor. The only reason I'm talking about these two attachments is because the extended barrel is basically a meme. On every other gun in Siege, almost in every situation, the other available attachments you have are going to benefit you more than the extended barrel. You can either take my word for it, or you can check out Rogue 9's really good video. I'll leave the link in the description so you can watch that and learn more about it. Also, the extended barrel really sticks out, so you're more visible to lurking attackers. So to summarize, frag out with the C1, be a good teammate, make rotates with your Pocket Shotty. Oh, and also, roaming with Frost is much more viable now because the Pocket Shotty is really good. Alright, let's get blunt again. Frost is not a great operator. She might seem great to newer players, but welcome mats are very visible, and the elite skin, though it's one of the cooler elite skins in my opinion, make the welcome mats stick out even more obviously. So against a well-organized attacking team, or most attacking teams, you're not going to trap many attackers. So the odds are stacked against Frost, but I love making mediocre work. So here's when I consider picking Frost. Pick Frost only once or twice a game. If you pick Frost often during a match, the attackers are going to know to look for your welcome mats and they're going to shoot them. Instead, use Frost as an element of surprise. Pick Frost against aggressive attackers. If you lose 1 or 2 rounds on defense to hyper-aggressive Ashe and Zofia mains, consider picking Frost to either slow them down or trap them. Pick Frost against slow and scared attackers. Sometimes you'll run into teams that are hesitant to push sight until the last 30 seconds or so. If you notice this early in your defensive holds, consider Frost as a powerful punishment against spooked out attackers. Welcome mats should be placed smartly and should be placed just as the prep phase is ending in order to prevent drone intel on your mat locations. Further, don't count on trapping attackers with your welcome mats. Instead, rely on welcome mats to either give intel as your opponents shoot them or to remove options for attackers as they push towards sight. And finally, everybody places welcome mats behind shields or under windows, and sometimes that works, but it's predictable. Let's get more creative than that. Here's where I place them. On default plant. If you have good anchors, attackers will be focused on getting into sight and planting default. Common attacker walls. Place mats near or inside sight and parallel to walls attackers will hug as they try to push sight. Behind vaultable rotates. This has been recommended by Ubisoft themselves, but make waist-high rotates and welcome mat the opposite side that attackers could push from. Tops of stairs. Placing welcome mats at the top of high-traffic staircases is good, but the best staircases are the ones where attackers will be looking everywhere else but at the top of the stairs, like the top of Skylight Stairwell on Bank. Welcome mats can synergize with many other operators, and though this perpetuates the seeming reality that Frost isn't good enough on her own, it can still make for lethal combinations. These include Legion goo mines near your mats for poison in a down, or barbed wire to conceal your mat and make it more deadly. So that's it, quick tips on Frost. If you have any Frost tips I missed, leave them in the comments below. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe. It really helps to grow the channel and it motivates future content. Best of luck in your sieging.